Hello and welcome to week 1 of PA177. I'm Krista and I am your instructor. If we haven't met, I'm also the program director of the Pharmacy Technician online program, and so you'll probably be seeing me here and there. And then I also teach the very last class, PA215, which is my favorite. It's the extern class and you get to do some really fun things in there. But this is 117, so I want to focus on that. This is your book, The Law and Ethics for Pharmacy Technician. It's a brand new book for our course, so I hope you have it. If you do not, make sure you do order it. And don't fret, because there is a chapter reading under the module section, so make sure you check that out. Okay. Oh, also a little bit more bookkeeping. We have just... I wanted to remind you, we have a Facebook page for the Pharmacy Technician online Vatterott program, and I put that in the announcements for this week, so if you want to like that, we would love to get to know you better and more of a social level, so hopefully you will like our page. Let's start in section 1 or chapter 1, and we're going to introduce the law. So there are key terms under here that they define for you, but really what we want to focus on this week is malpractice. And malpractice is the professional misconduct or demonstration of an unreasonable lack of skill with the result of injury, loss, or damage to a patient. And so this is what your discussion is talking about. If you know anyone who might have malpractice, has ever gone through a malpractice case, or if you know someone who might have needed to file for malpractice, this is where you want to share that. If it's too personal, don't share it. Go ahead and look on the internet and look for an example of a malpractice case, cite your work, and then give us your opinion about it. And that is good enough for the discussion. Make sure that it is 250 words. Okay, talking about malpractice. So I wanted to switch over here onto page. Let me just quickly turn, I'm sorry. Thought I had this lined out. Okay, civil law. Here on page 8. We are on page 8 of chapter 1. In civil law, a plaintiff or an injured party may bring suit against an alleged defender or a wrongdoer. So this would be like patient against physician. And it says a tort is a physical or non-physical injury to a person by another person. And so it goes on to talk about what a tort law is. Injury may be intentional or unintentional, and most civil law cases against healthcare workers are for malpractice or professional misconduct or negligent. Malpractice is defined as the improper discharge of professional duties or failure to meet the standard of care of a professional person. And it kind of goes on and talks about that. Tort law, a French word meaning wrong. Torts include assault, the threat of violence, battery, contact in a manner that may cause bodily harm, fraud, libel, negligence, medical malpractice, slander. So it goes on as a default, assault, theft is taking property. So this all falls under that torts law. Tort liability may be based on intent, negligence, or strict liability, which is the responsibility of product manufacturer or seller for any defects. So sometimes you might see that. Also might, like if a medicine or is recalled, that also might be fall under torts law if it does injure somebody. And then going into the contract law pertains to agreements between two or more parties. In a contract, each of the concerned parties agree to do or not to do certain things, so sometimes can handle be out of court or then it goes into the U.S. court system and what is there all the way up to the Supreme Court, and then federal and state law. Along with your discussion, you also have an assignment due this week. It's chapter 1. It's that multiple choice 1 through 15, and then matching 1 through 5, and then fill in the blank, which is 1 through 10. So I think it follows along with the chapter 1, so you might just answer those after you've read your chapter, and then your quiz again is over chapter 1 as well. And use your book. Make sure you do your assignment first, your chapter reading first, then do your quiz at the last, which I would do Saturday or Sunday, whatever your time schedule looks like for that. If you're having trouble finding time of when to do your studies and how long it's going to take you, let me know. I'd love to talk to you about that. I usually take my computer along with me anywhere I go and carve out 30 to 45 minutes of time to lecture or to talk to you guys or answer discussion questions, those kind of things. So really putting things into time management helps me a lot. All right, I hope you have a great first week. Let me know if you have any questions. I would love to answer it. You can find all my information in the instructor contact info, text, call, email, whatever's easiest for you, Facebook. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great week.